Okay, part 4, here we go. So when we last left things, I was in my brother's hotel room on the phone with him, and he was telling me he was going to take me across the country in his big rig, right? And of course, I had no clothes, I had nothing, no toiletries. So he said, Al is my brother's name, he said to Lynn, take her to get her some stuff, and then I'll get the truck ready in the meantime. So she took me to Walmart and said, okay, just go get some clothes and get some toiletries, and I'll meet you back here. And I was like, that was pretty overwhelming for me because, I hadn't made a choice on my own in almost 20 years. All my choices were decided for me. So here I am racing through Walmart as fast as I can, trying to pick up whatever, some shorts, some t-shirts, face wash, deodorant. I didn't know. I just got what I needed. And then she saw my cart and said, no, we need to get a few more things. So she took care of me. But the whole time I was freaking out. And that's why I was running through Walmart, because I knew they were after me. And by they, I mean the Sea Org staff specifically designated to go after high-level people who leave. They don't go after everybody. They go after the people who know things. Let's just put it that way. So I told my sister-in-law I didn't have time to get more stuff. We had to go. And she just looked at me like, she said, no, you're safe. She thought I was being paranoid. And no matter how many times I told her, she still didn't believe me. So anyway, we finally got out of there and got to my younger brother, Howard's house. And we were staying there waiting to get a call from Al that he was ready to take me on the truck. And the whole time, my heart was pounding out of my chest. I kept looking out the window like any car that would drive by, no matter how far away it was. I was like, they're here, they're here. And she was looking at me like I was this crazy paranoid person. I wasn't paranoid, believe me. So after driving her crazy for almost a half an hour, she relented. And we headed over to where my brother was loading up his truck, where Al was loading up his truck. And we parked the car, and as soon as I saw him, I jumped out of the car and I ran to him. And he grabbed me and he picked me up in a big bear hug and he held me and he said, baby sister, you're safe now. There's no way I'm going to let them get to you. I believed him for a lot of reasons. One, I knew he would take care of me. Two, he was 6'2", about 240 pounds, and had a concealed carry permit. So yeah, I knew he'd take care of me. But again, I was still like, I knew what was going to happen. And it wasn't about the physical, right? It was about the mental, how they could get into your head. So I jumped into the passenger seat and said, we got to go. And he was like, calm down. And he gets in the driver's seat and he starts up everything. And all of a sudden he gets a phone call. And it was Lynn from her car. She had just gotten into her car and was driving out of the truck lot when she got a call from my younger brother, Howard, saying they're here. Yeah, duh, of course they are. And she was shocked. She said, you were right. I said, mm-hmm. So anyway, they weren't just at my brother's house. They were also at my parents' house, camped out, knocking on the door. Where is she? And my brother looked at him and was like, he told me this later. He said, how do I know where she is? You're supposed to know where she is. I thought that was a perfect answer. Needless to say, we got out of there in the truck pretty fast after that. But of course, this is not the end of the story. And for that part, you have to wait just one more video. So follow me for more culty goodness.